You, what's going on, everybody? We back with another one, and today we're gonna be doing a little something with the old Cateye. Who the freak's coming flying down the road? Oh, neighbor. But yeah, we're gonna be doing something with the Cateye, as you can tell by the thumbnail probably. And it's something that I've been wanting to do before I put the rims on here, but now that I have brand new shiny rims, I think it's only right to go ahead and change. As you can see, those things are in pretty bad shape. Is to change the rotors. I think I'm gonna do the calipers next. Like I said, I don't know, I might try to clean those and actually spray paint them. Not sure yet. When I get everything off and apart, I'll take a better look at them and see just how rough a shape they are. But these rotors, I mean, this one isn't as bad as the driver's side. Let me see. But I mean, you can see the brake dust that's on these, and I just put these things on here. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty bad. You can feel grooves and all that stuff in them. But yeah, I just put these things back on here, and I've only drove the truck 3 times since I've been back from Missouri. And I cleaned them before I put them on here. And it's brake dust everywhere. I don't want to ruin these rims by any means. I mean, they wasn't expensive, but they wasn't cheap either. So yeah, we went ahead and got some pads as well, because if you're gonna do the rotors, you might as well do the pads. Let me grab my little table, bring it over here. But yeah, I had to wait till it cooled off today, man. It was hot today. It was crazy hot. Oh yeah, and remember how I was telling you guys that I had a leak on the front main seal on this thing, and I didn't know why. I don't know if you can see it, but when I put the harmonic balancer back on, I actually messed a piece of the seal up, so that's what was causing it to leak. But I got a new timing cover for this thing. I ordered it off Amazon. It already come prefabbed with the gasket in it, so I didn't have to worry about doing it wrong. But yeah, let me see what we got. Let me see how these bad boys look. Did I bring my knife? Yeah, buddy. Don't go nowhere without my knife. Gotta have it on you. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. That's gonna look a lot better than those old crusty, dusty ones I got on there now. Oh yeah. And these wasn't crazy expensive. Where's my receipt? Did I throw it away? Or did I put it in my pocket? I thought I set it somewhere. Might be still in the truck. Let me look. Oh no, it's in my pocket. Let me show you what we got. So that's what we got. Let's see if it'll focus. Yeah, the rotors were $93 a piece, and then the brake pads were $41, which I got a discount, 15% off. So I saved $35, 34. But yeah, we got us 2 brand new rotors to go on this thing, which I think that's gonna look a lot better with the chrome rims rather than that rusty, dusty, crusty stuff under there. But after I get this one opened up, I'm gonna grab my jack and some tools out of the other truck. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's that big thing. But yeah, I'm gonna grab my tools, get everything situated. I wished I had a bigger tripod. I would show the process of taking the stuff off and putting it back on, but I haven't got around to ordering me a bigger tripod yet. So we just got the little one. But yeah, the old alternator's doing good. Everything's doing good on the truck. Let me see if you guys can see yeah, there's that new cover. You can see it's nice and shiny down there. I eventually want to pull the valve covers off and paint those. That's later on down the road. I keep having issues with this headlight, or this, where the blinker and the running light. I've got my silicone and went around this thing 3 times to try to find where this thing's leaking, seeping in, getting moisture in there. And it's still doing it. Like, all the seals on the backside are good. This one was doing it too, but I resealed this one and it's fine now. Man, this thing's low on brake fluid too. I think I got some more. But yeah, let me get my tools situated. And then when I get one of these off, I'll show you just like a side-by-side comparison on how much better these new ones look compared to those janky ones down there. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a second. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. So this is what we got right here. And as you can see, I mean, right in the center, it's in bad shape. The pads honestly don't look too bad. But I feel like if you're already here, you might as well do it all. Other than that, I mean, it's not too bad under here. Yeah, I don't want to even talk about this. I was gonna notch this so my tires wouldn't rub. And I'm like, oh, they didn't put the reservoir for the windshield wipers right here. There's no way. So I got my oscillating tool and I went to cut straight up. And anybody with these trucks know that they start the reservoir like right here. So I hit it with the oscillating tool. So I'm gonna have to replace that now. But yeah, I just wanted to show y'all what we got. I mean, they're in pretty bad shape. They're pretty old. I'm gonna get my wire brush and try to touch up on this here, the caliper. Because they honestly don't look too bad. But you can see where I rub with the tires. It's very minimal. But other than that, everything else looks good under here. I did see that they're like the grommets that are on the brake caliper, they're gone. But, I mean, that don't affect anything. So, yeah, I'm going to get this caliper off. And then I'll do like a side-by-side of these things here. Just show you like the thickness of them. Because these are definitely wore down. I mean, I can feel the grooves in them. But, yeah, I'll be right back once I get this off. Alrighty, we got it off. Fairly simple, easy to do. But yeah, let me show you guys just a close-up of these things. Let me. As you can see, the back doesn't look too bad, but you can see, well, you really can't see it on here. But it is fairly rough. I mean, I probably could have cleaned these with like a wire brush or something, but I mean, you might as well get them done. Go ahead and change them out. But yeah, I got me a wire brush, and I've been just like right here at the top. You can't really see it in the video. Well, yeah, you can kind of. So I'm gonna try to scrub these things down with this wire brush here. And hopefully that does a trick, because I was looking at everything and I mean, it just needs a good cleaning. It's from where the brake dust has been on here for years and years, because nobody cleaned them when they did the brake jobs. And another thing you need to have when you're doing the brakes is this here. And what you want to do, which I know a lot of people already know about this, you get your old brake pad and you put in there, you put your C-clamp on here, and you compress that down, and that'll compress the cylinders for the brake pads, because the new ones are going to be a little bit thicker. And you always want to open the cap on your reservoir for your brake fluid, because when you compress that, it's going to push the fluid back in the lines up to the reservoir. And in most cases, after you do this, you don't have to bleed your brakes, which is nice. I know with the back on this truck, it has the drum brakes, so those are going to be next on the list. But for now, we're just going to get the front done. Dang, look at my hand. I had gloves on. I took them off. Now they're dirty already. But yeah, man, it's been hot. Here's the new pads. Let me see. Let me get them out that way. I can show y'all how worn out the other ones were, which they wasn't horrible. They sure use some good plastic on these parts, let me tell you. But yeah, it's been hot. I don't know about where everybody else is at in the US, but or wherever you're from. But it's, let me see the temperature. Like it's 6:30 right now. Let me see. Weather. 93 right now. It was 96 today. feels like 100, and the sun is literally about to set. Well, it sets at what time? 8 o'clock. So yeah, it was like, I think the heat index today was like 115. So it's been blazing. That's why I didn't do it earlier. And I know, don't make fun of my jack setup here. Had to use the jack out of my other truck, because the jack I got, my floor jack, has been acting crazy on me. So I was like, you know what, we'll use this. But yeah, let me show you these pads. I mean, they're about halfway worn out, as you can see. Yeah, they're about half life. So yeah, it was time for them. You don't want to wait till it's too late, because that's what happened here. I'm almost sure, because you can see all the grooves, which you can get rotors turned, I think is what it's called. And that'll fix those up. But I mean, by the time you pay to have the rotors done, you could have just bought new ones, especially for older vehicles. But I'm gonna get this wire brush and I'm gonna go to scrubbing on this thing. When I get finished, before I put everything back together, I'll just show you guys how it looks, just from using the wire brush there. But yeah, stay tuned and we'll be right back. Alrighty, so we got everything back together. I got it cleaned up as best as I could with a wire brush. But yeah, here it is. Yeah, I mean, I got these as clean as I could, but they're still, I mean, there's not much you can do. But the upper control arms are moved. I know the guy was saying that he replaced all the stuff with Moog. So that's cool. These cleaned up pretty good too. I went in and scrubbed them down. But yeah, brake pads and rotors are back on. Everything's torqued down like it's supposed to be. The only thing left to do on this side is clean everything up and move to the other. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this side. When I get finished with the other side, I'm not gonna show much to do on the other side because it's basically the same process. The only thing you're gonna need basically to get the caliper and the rotor off is an 18 and then a 19, and you're gonna need a 19 millimeter socket as well, and then whatever you use to take your lug nuts off, which if it's a GM truck, it's gonna be, I think it's 22. Yeah, 22 for your lug nuts. Mine had a lot lug nut on there, so I had to use a special one for that. But that's the only three things you're gonna need, and then a jack, which you see what I'm using. So you can pretty much use anything as long as it'll jack it up. But I can see already I'm gonna have to replace these sway bar links. I don't know if y'all can see it on this one here, but this doesn't even have a bolt in the top, so there's nothing even holding this in. And I didn't notice that till just a minute ago when I was looking at everything. So that's the next thing we're going to be doing on the front end, is going to be the sway bar end links. But yeah, let me get this side put back together and get this other side taken apart and put back together. And then once I'm done, I'll start the video back up and just show you guys how everything looks with the rims and stuff on. All right, we got everything back together. I think it looks a lot better than those rusty dusty. I mean, the caliper's still rusty, but it's not horrible. I think it's gonna look a lot better now. Yeah, there we go. Now we can see it a little bit better when the light's hitting it. It's not horrible. So the next thing we're gonna do probably up front, the sway bar end links, probably calipers on both sides. And I think that should be it. But yeah, this is definitely a must do, you know, especially if you're buying a truck from somebody and you don't know the maintenance on the truck. I would always recommend replacing everything, especially with the brakes and whatnot, stuff like that. The brakes, the oil, all the fluids. I would replace them, especially buying used. Now, if it's coming from a dealership, you wouldn't have to worry about it as much, but an individual, I would go ahead and replace everything: oil, transmission fluid, filters, things like that, brakes, just small stuff. Like I said, I mean, this was under $250 $230, $250 to change the brakes and the rotors on the front. And you definitely need them, especially if you got brand new rims and you're running them for a day and you're getting brake dust on them like that. Ugh. And it's definitely, because I did clean them before I put them back on, so. And for all you other guys that's got truck like this that's ever did the conversion for the back brakes, I know they sell like a conversion kit where you can convert them from the drums to to rotors. If anybody has any info on that, drop a comment, let me know, because I do plan on doing that if I keep the truck. So yeah, if any of you guys are knowledgeable in doing that conversion, drop a comment, let me know how hard it is. Because I want to do that too, because I don't like messing with drum brakes. They're not hard to do, they're more time consuming than the front, but yeah, I'd rather have them all disc brakes rather than disc and drum. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. If you guys enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe. Yeah, look at that headlight, it's fogging back up again. I might have to pull it completely off and check everything over again and make sure it's good. But yeah, I mean, that's gonna do it for this video. I should have another video coming out tomorrow for the GMC. And another thing I want to do is I want to change the steering wheel out with something a little bit different. Turn off radio. Let y'all hear that cam one time before we end the video. And I know I've been getting a lot of comments asking me about the seats. I don't know where the seats are redone at. But I'm almost 100% positive that these things have been redone, because these things are so comfortable. It's ridiculous. Oh yeah, and brakes are good now. And that's what's good about doing just the front, is if you just pop the lid off, compress the cylinder on both sides, you ain't got to bleed them. Well, I've never bled them when I've done it like that, and I've never had an issue. I'm sure if you get down too low of a disc, you know, you'll probably have to bleed them then. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. Man, them headlights are crazy bright. But like I said, I got more stuff coming for the front. Well, not the front, but the truck. On the front of the truck. Sway bar, end links. I'm gonna do calipers. And then I'm gonna do some more research and see if we can get the conversion kit to change it from drum to disc, because that'll be kind of sweet as well. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be having a video coming out on that thing tomorrow probably as well too, along with this video here. So stay tuned. That's gonna do it for this one. Peace.